Last time on Conquest of Dovah, the party continued to explore Marigold's mansion. Vekni and Sorin looked towards Trogdor to lead the way, but the dwarven paladin was bloody, beat up, and severely weakened from the previous battles. Ultimately, Trogdor bravely took point and entered a new room, into the unknown. Trogdor peered into the dark room, and Vekni shoved him forwards from behind. He heard subtle whispering coming from all around him, but he could not make out what they were saying. Sorin casted dancing lights and sent the light into the room with Trogdor. A black cat ran out of the room towards the rest of the group. Vekni quickly scooped up the animal and asked Sorin if she could keep it. Trogdor noticed 8 translucent figures in the room with him. Sorin read the silver collar on Vekni's cat, which read, Fluffy. Trogdor called for help in the other room and Sorin looked inside. He observed the figures contained within and casted Dispel Magic on them while asking, What are you? Trogdor used his channeled divinity, turned the unholy on the creatures, but found this did not affect them in any way. Despite the fact the last foe he faced in the mansion was a fiend, these creatures did not appear to be demons or devils. Vekni, puzzled by the nature and appearance of these creatures, drew her whip and took a ready stance. The creatures left their positions near the wall and approached the PCs, reaching out towards them. Vekni let loose with a whip slash, striking one of her foes across the chest area. The creatures began an assault on the party. Trogdor lifted his shield to defend, but was slashed on his shield arm by 2 of his foes, taking slashing and necrotic damage. Sorin pulled out his wand of fireball, which still had many charges left on it. The wand began to glow red hot, and he pointed it towards the 8 translucent figures. A giant fire phoenix roared out from the wand tip and soared into the wall behind the creatures, exploding in flames. The creatures were torched by the spell and let out an unworldly scream as they burnt to a crisp and expired. Vekni examined a mirror in the room, but found nothing. Then she encouraged Trogdor to open a door into another unexplored room. Sorin eventually entered first, finding himself in a kitchen or dining room type area. 4 places were set at a table with silverware, but oddly, the spoons, forks, knives, and plates loaded with food were floating in the air. A feminine voice was heard, echoing throughout the mansion. The voice giggled and said,
You're a fun bunch, aren't you? Tee!
Sorin examined some of the food on the floating plates. He observed pig's feet, some kind of tongue, a skinned and boiled skunk with its fluffy tail still attached, boiled beets, pickled toads, and salted cockroaches. Vekni spied some goblets filled with bubbling brown liquid, while Sorin casted Identify on the floating plates. The impatient elven pirate grabbed one of the goblets out of the air and gave it a whiff, detecting a spoiled, rancid odor, mixed with the unmistakable scent of alcohol. Vekni spilled some of the liquid onto the floor and did not notice any acidic damage on the wooden floorboards. She took a sip from the goblet, finding the liquid was warm and tasted bad, but the alcohol inside was quite strong. Vekni poured the contents of the goblet into her empty rum bottle. She observed something floating in the murky brown liquid. Vekni dumped the contents of the rum bottle onto the floor and found the object was a human eyeball which rolled to a stop. Sorin recalled the tales of Marigold Mandred. She was raised in the fetid garden by her aunt, the witch Ethel Greentooth, after her parents were turned to vampires by Vlad, son of the devil. Despite being a teenage girl, she eventually joined the Order of the Burning Fist prior to Dokkan Swiftwater defeating Vlad in single combat and saving the continent of Thaddeus. Vlad intended to become a vampire god and rule the world, but the brave half-elf king of Ferelden was able to put a stop to his plans all by himself. Remembering that his mother, Wilma Wormwiggle, was also raised by Ethel, Sorin called out to Marigold and asked where to find Grandma Greentooth. She beckoned to the young wizard.
Tee, find me and I'll tell you.
Motivated to find his grandmother, Sorin opened a door into another unexplored room. He entered a room with 2 other doors on either side and an open-mouthed wolf statue in the center. Marigold posed a riddle to Sorin from the ether. Trogdor came up with an appropriate answer and Marigold giggled. Sorin opened a door and found himself back at the foyer of the mansion. He doubled back and tried another door, which he found to be a heavy locked oak door. There was a painted drawing of a ladder on this door. Trogdor went back over to the wolf statue and examined it. He determined something was going on with the statue but could not determine what. Trogdor found he could manipulate the jaws of the wolf. He yanked hard on the lower jaw and pulled it out completely. Upon removing the jaw, he observed a mechanical contraption inside the wolf's mouth and heard something metallic clatter to the floor. The object that clattered to the floor was a brass key with a small painting of a steel safe on the handle. Sorin came to believe the statue was a replica of Ryan, an Arctic wolf who was a former member of the Order of the Burning Fist. A similar statue of Ryan was erected in Ferelden after Vlad was defeated by King Dokkan Swiftwater. The group backtracked to the room with the safe and Trogdor opened it with their new key. Inside the safe was nothing except for a single white envelope on the floor. The envelope had nothing written on it, but inside was a key with a small painting of a graveyard and crypt on the handle. The adventurers entered another unexplored room, near the room full of witches' brooms. Inside, they observed a bathtub filled with red liquid, which looked like blood. Trogdor used his divine sense and determined something evil was contained inside. Vekni used shape water and parted the liquid, observing a grayed, decaying corpse inside. The corpse wore a necklace with a key as a pendant. Vekni deftly snatched the key, then released her shape water spell. As the red liquid washed back down over the body, the adventurers saw the eyes of the gray corpse shoot open. Trogdor and Sorin raced each other to leave the room, and all three adventurers closed the door behind them, with another one of Marigold's keys in their possession. Vekni examined the key and saw this one had the painting of a chapel on the handle. The adventurers returned to the kitchen area. Sorin realized he never completed his identify spell on the food. He completed the spell, finding the food was not magical, but the silverware was floating due to a levitation spell. Sorin dumped some of the plates of food onto the ground. After dumping the plate of salted cockroaches, he saw a key with the painting of a ladder on the handle laying amongst the insects. The PCs re-entered the room with the wolf in the center. Marigold posed another riddle, which Vekni easily answered. Sorin used his ladder key on the door with the ladder painting and opened it. Inside, Sorin observed stone floors, a ladder leading down, and two unopened doors. The door directly in front of him had a painting of a chapel on it. Vekni used her chapel key to open the door, and the group entered a small chapel area with pews and an altar. There was another door on the far side of the room. Trogdor investigated the altar and found there was a cabinet underneath with a locked padlock and a rusty chain. The dwarven paladin used his axe to break the chain, and inside the cabinet he found piles of bracelets. The bracelets were adorned with precious stones, opal, jade, and quartz. Trogdor took possession of the bracelets, but then changed his mind about stealing from the chapel and returned them, apologizing to Marigold. He attempted to secure the cabinet back the way he found it, but was unable to. Vekni ventured forth and opened the door leading to the next room. She found herself in a small room. The walls, floors, and ceiling were painted white. There was a nearby window and another door, upon which Vekni observed the painting of a crypt and a graveyard. Trogdor approached and used his crypt key to unlock the door, while Sorin pillaged the altar cabinet and claimed the pile of bracelets for himself. Before following Trogdor into the unknown, Vekni peered out the window. She observed an outdoor courtyard still contained within the confines of Marigold's mansion. Two humans were arguing in the courtyard near a crypt. Also in the courtyard, Vekni saw a shed further in the distance. One of the humans had a head of thick black hair, big shoulders, and a pot belly, as well as acne on his face and a patchy beard. The other human also had a thick head of black hair, but he was wearing black jeans with metal chains hanging out of one of the pockets. He had a bit of an early 2000s goth type of a look to him. The second man was much thinner than the first. The two men had a very similar look. It seemed likely that they were blood relatives. Sorin warged into his owl familiar, Dexter, and flew out the window into the courtyard. He eavesdropped on the two humans, who sounded extremely frustrated. The two men discussed being trapped in the mansion for months. They spoke of being tortured by the witch of the mansion, who sent ghosts and gross food at them during their stay. The two men said they feared being trapped in the mansion forever. Sorin had Dexter return to him and relayed this information to Vekni. Vekni called out to the two men and became acquainted with them. The thinner man told Vekni he and his companion discovered something buried in front of the crypt, which he believed was some kind of door. Sorin used his mold earth spell to move some of the dirt in the area where it looked the men had been digging, which exposed some kind of a metal door in the ground. Vekni examined the door handle and found the door was unlocked. She directed the chubby human to open it, but after a few attempts, it appeared he was not strong enough to open the heavy metal door. Sorin suggested both humans grab the door handle from one side, while he and Trogdor, who had not yet entered the courtyard, grab it from the other side. Sorin and the two humans gripped the door handle and pulled the door open easily, as a flood of zombies poured out of the doors into the courtyard. Sorin backed away and pointed his wand of fireball at the creatures. A flaming phoenix emerged from his wand and slammed into the 10 zombies that emerged from the crypt, torching them and the two humans in a raging inferno. The zombies fell to the ground, their flesh smoking and melting from Sorin's attack. The humans seemed much less harmed from the fire magic than Sorin expected. The two men knowingly looked to one another and each knelt down to touch a zombie. An eerie green light enveloped the two zombies that the humans touched. The undead creatures stood once more and seemed to be completely rejuvenated and restored. One of the revived zombies lunged at Vekni, while the other stumbled towards Sorin. Vekni lashed out at the zombie advancing towards her, slashing it in the left shoulder and badly wounding it. Both zombies were unable to land a blow on their opponents. Trogdor watched from the window as the events of the courtyard unfolded from the safety of the White Room. Trogdor knew he was too injured to contribute much in a fight, and he barely knew his companions. But Trogdor was the type of man who would put himself in harm's way to protect a stranger in need. The dwarven paladin vacated the safety of the White Room and entered the courtyard. Instead of using his longsword, Trogdor drew out the gift he received from the King of Ironbridge for good service as a blacksmith. The hilt of this weapon had a dark purple handle, and the axe blade itself was a queer pale pink color made from unfamiliar material. Trogdor knew this weapon was special from the moment King Growlum Ironbridge bestowed him with it. Trogdor raised his great axe high over his head and brought it down on the zombie Vekni had already injured, cleaving down the middle of the creature, splitting it in two. Sorin let loose another fireball from his wand. The one remaining zombie fell to the ground dead, burnt to a crisp. But the two humans again did not seem as affected as they should have been from the fire magic. Vekni dashed over to the thinner of the two men and attempted to draw the man's sword from its scabbard. The man grabbed the hilt of his blade and successfully wrestled for control of the weapon, denying the high elf pirate. Vekni pivoted and landed a savage uppercut to the man's jaw, then immediately transitioned to knee strikes, landing two knees, connecting with the human's groin and stomach. As Vekni had continued to grow more experienced throughout her adventure, her skill and power continuously increased. All of her unarmed strikes were now magical, and would continue to be so moving forward. The thin man Vekni was engaged with and the heavy-set man pincered Vekni, and the larger human came up behind her. Both men tried to bite her. The heavier man bit into Vekni's upper back, causing her to feel less charismatic from the bite. Both men swung at Vekni, but not with their swords. They swiped at her with their claws. The thin man left a deep gash in the elven pirate's chest, and she fell to the ground, unconscious and dying. Trogdor pressed the heavyset man from behind with his magical pink axe. He swung twice with all his might. The first blow struck the back of the man's right leg, blowing out his knee. And the second cleaved off the man's right hand at the wrist. Sorin casted Mind Sliver on the heavyset man, dealing psychic damage and briefly lessening his competence in battle. Both of the humans pincered Trogdor and attempted to bite him. One of them latched onto Trogdor's exposed left knuckle with its teeth, dealing damage to the young paladin and lowering his charisma. The creatures slashed at Trogdor with their claws. The heavyset foe only had one claw to attack with and missed, but the fit-looking human gashed into the chest of Trogdor's armor, sending showers of sparks raining down around the three combatants. Sharp claws gouged through the dwarf's protection and sunk deep into his muscled breast. Trogdor Dragonbane fell into the dirt. Sorin backed further away from the two men, preparing to fireball them if they approached, while ensuring the radius of the fire magic would not harm his allies. As the battle raged on, Sorin noticed something strange about his two human foes. Fire did not hurt them as it should, and the heavyset man barely reacted after losing a hand to Trogdor's axe. Sorin observed the skin of these men began to flake off during the fight, revealing rotting green and gray skin underneath. The two creatures simultaneously reached down and touched a zombie while emitting an eerie green light. Both zombies rose back to their feet. The imposter humans moved towards Sorin, and he used his wand of fireball to launch more fire magic at his foes. One of the imposters took more damage than the other, but neither were affected from the flames as a normal person should be. One of the two resurrected zombies was caught in the inferno and fell dead once again. The surviving zombie then dashed over to Sorin's right. Sorin repositioned, avoiding a swipe from the zombie standing next to him, and used his wand to launch another fireball at his foes. The zombie that swung at him died instantly, while the two imposter humans were engulfed in the apex of Sorin's spell, taking significant damage. Still, most living beings would have suffered greater injuries than Sorin's two opponents did from his fire magic. Vekni's vitals stabilized and she did not perish from her injuries, but she was still laying unconscious on the battlefield. One of the imposters focused his attention on a felled zombie that was not near him. From a range, he reached out with one hand towards the zombie. The undead creature was surrounded with the eerie green light and rose to its feet. The other imposter advanced on Sorin. The being grabbed him by the shoulders and took a savage bite out of his right side near the wizard's ribs. The Ferelden Master of Spells could feel himself becoming less charismatic as the beast ripped at his flesh. The creature followed up and swiped at Sorin with its claws, but the young mage was able to avoid the attack. Sorin's wand of fireball glowed red and ash fell from the tip. He unleashed another fire phoenix, which exploded onto the ground, melting the remaining zombie. The two human imposters suffered damage from Sorin's fire magic as well, and the one closer to him succumbed to the inferno, falling dead at Sorin's feet. The remaining imposter appeared quite injured from the battle. He once again motioned with his hand, and an eerie green light engulfed one of the slain zombies. The zombie stood back on its feet. The imposter moved away from Sorin in the direction of the White Room. Trogdor's breathing slowed, and his heartbeat became irregular. The wounds he suffered from the human imposters were the straws that broke the camel's back. Trogdor had suffered injury after injury, endured blow after blow, and did not get an opportunity to truly rest while exploring Marigold Mandred's mansion with Sorin and Vekni. Mighty Trogdor, the Burninator, drew his last breath in the mansion courtyard and passed away. Sorin nailed his fleeing foe with psychic damage after casting Mind Sliver on him. The injured imposter reached the door to the White Room, opened it, and entered. The lone zombie on the battlefield lunged at Sorin but missed. Sorin landed his Mind Sliver spell on the lone zombie, damaging it with his psychic power and weakening it. The creature lunged out with an open hand and roughly swiped the young wizard in the face, attempting to grasp at him. Sorin casted Mind Sliver on the zombie again, harming its feeble mind, then quickly transitioned and drew out his dagger. The young wizard stabbed the undead creature in the gut with his blade. The lone zombie reached out towards Sorin, but he stayed away from its grasp and casted Mind Sliver again. The simple creature's brain exploded in its skull and the beast fell dead. Sorin approached his unconscious friend, Vekni Avumque, and slowly poured the contents of a healing potion into her lips. The elven pirate woke up, bloody and exhausted. She looked over to Sorin and said, "So is this what it feels like to be you?" Sorin retorted, "Could be worse. Could be him," and he looked over to Trogdor's corpse. Vekni did not seem to particularly care that her new companion had died in the battle. Sorin and Vekni examined the shed, the tombstone in front of the crypt, and the metal door that was buried in front of the crypt, leading to the stairs going downwards. Sorin ritual casted Comprehend Languages to read the deep speech text on the tombstone, which read, "Tee-hee, will you fall for Brian and Kevin's trap?" Vekni surmised Brian and Kevin were the two human imposters the group had just faced. Sorin attempted to open the shed, but found the door was locked. A rake and shovel were painted on the door. Sorin dragged Trogdor over to the headstone and used mold earth to quickly dig a hole. Vekni told Sorin to give her a sec, and the pair quickly looted Trogdor's body. Taking his longsword, his queerly colored great axe, his ring, and the keys to mansion rooms the group had already visited, Sorin deposited Trogdor into the hole and prayed to his god, Braranar Truesilver. Sorin gave a eulogy and respectfully spoke of the dwarven paladin that he barely knew, and the sacrifice that he made. Vekni poured out a bit of her murky brown liquid in front of the tombstone to honor the deceased dwarf. A feminine voice answered the two adventurers. The voice sounded like Marigold, but a bit more mature. The voice said, "The gods can't help you here."
Welcome back to another episode of Power Word Nerd.
So after he's in the hole, I'll pray to his god, something Quicksilver, and I'll say Trogdor was a good dwarf.
Yep.
It's a good dwarf.
How would you know?
He's being nice, okay, dickhead?
He on the surface seemed to have wanted to help us. Unfortunately, we never got the chance to know him, his family, if any kind of story of his, who he was. I mean, really just anything at all.
Vekni will reach in her pack and pull out that brown liquor, uncork it, and just pour it over the grave.
Your prayer's answered.
Oh yeah.
You hear, and then in a voice that is unlike the Marigold's voice that you've been hearing, this voice sounds like a more mature, older woman that's more serious.
I was hoping your god might do something for you.
You hear,
Thank you.
you hear, the gods can't help you here.
No. Get lost. So, on that note, I will then mold earth, cover the grave, and then on the opposite side of the stone here, I'll use mold earth again. I can actually inscript into the stone. Here lies Trogdor. He was someone.
Vekni will take a swig of that brown, disgusting liquor.
It's gross, but it's strong.
Just put the cork back in, put it back in her pack.
All I know is that you're I'm sorry, but all I know is that you were someone.
Thank you for the stuff.
Me and him worked on a whole backstory and the place he's from.
You killed him.
You killed
And
him.
then Dan goes, and your gods can do dick for you.
Yeah.
You could have saved me.
You see how he rubbed salt in the wound?
I can't.
He did.
He could have.
He actually took the whole jar over.
Divine light could have come down. Anyway, maybe we should take a little rest somewhere.
But perhaps we should check out these. Then she points to the stairs going down. Could you send your lights down?
It sounds like a terrible idea, for sure. I'll cast Dancing Lights and put them down.
Okay. You see stairs going down. It looks like it's a long, narrow dirt tunnel.
I'm going to come over to here, Daniel, to the shed, and I'm going to use mold earth and bury a tunnel under it. So when I do that, does like the floor like kind of like give out in here?
Just dirt, yeah.
Just dirt. Yeah.
That'll work.
Okay. So I'll drop down 5, 10, 15 feet, and I'll climb out.
Roll priority. Okay. When you emerge from the hole, you see there's a figure standing in the room, completely still. The figure looks completely white, with a long, flowing, like white aura around it. And you see some like boxes lying on the floor in the far end of the room.
Does the figure appear to be alive, or is it like a statue, or?
Roll investigation.
16 plus 7, 23.
Oh, there's also another door. There's a door in that room. In that shed, there's a door as well.
Okay.
Not the exit. There's another door. What was your withdrawal?
23 total.
23. Well, you're looking at this white figure, and upon further inspection, it looks like it's like a 2D cutout of a person with a white sheet draped over him with eye holes cut into the eyes, but it's like a cardboard cutout.
Got real racist all of a sudden.
Cardboard cutout. Of like a ghost.
Yeah. And there's boxes in the room, and then there's another door leading to. There's a door to exit the shed. There's another door.
Vekni, why don't you come in here?
I'll go into the shed.
Okay.
And she pops her head up and she goes back down. She goes, "What the fuck is that?"
It's just a cardboard cutout. It's just a piece of sheet.
Peek her head out.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Just an aura around it.
It's just some sheet.
The aura is part of the cardboard.
Oh, okay. Can we, perhaps take a little break?
That's what I'm thinking.
This thing is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
You wanna see if it is anything?
Not really.
Don't wanna go back in the tunnel and hide in there?
Sure. Can you close it?
Sure. Yeah. We'll drop down into the tunnel, and I'll use mold earth and kind of create a 5-foot chasm. And I'll close off the other side, and it'll be a 10-foot tunnel under the ground.
Okay. Take a long rest.
Long rest.
Sure.
Long rest?
I'll ritual cast alarm. Like an area like that. Let me see what the actual.
You have to lay out like a silver wire or something like that.
Kevin, roll a modified d20.
17.
Okay.
Fuck. A tiny bell and a piece of fine silver wire, but it's not consumed. So. And it's a 30-foot range, so it's even bigger than this, Danny. It's even bigger than this. It's 30 feet.
Okay.
I'll go like that with it. So if anything walks over the ends.
Okay. And you'll hear it, like you'll get notified.
Mhm.
Okay.
Long rest.
Good. Rest. With Kevin's roll, nothing happens. You get your long rest. I think you get a level up, don't you, Joe?
Yeah, me too.
Both you. What are you? Both 7.
Yeah.
I level down, right? Down.
No,
farther
you get to
around.
come back as 6. You get to come back as 6.
That's true.
Come back 6 feet down.
But
Yeah.
So I learned a 4th level spell now.
Okay.
I'm going to take a 4th level spell.
I got evasion.
What's that?
Means that on dex saves, I take half damage on a fail and no damage on a save.
Oh hell yeah, that's awesome. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really strong.
So I'm going to learn polymorph, Daniel.
Okay. Oh, you can learn that already?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 4th level.
Well, what do you mean? We're level 7.
I thought polymorph is like an end game spell. No.
No, what?
Can you make like dragons and shit?
No, that's true polymorph. Polymorph can only do beasts.
So it's not as OP as I was thinking.
No.
Remember
True polymorph, I think, is a level 8 or a level 9 spell.
when you guys fought Venom Claw? Didn't you like?
T-Rexes.
Yeah. Can he do that now?
I can't do T-Rexes.
I think that I don't think that we should have been able to do T-Rexes at that level.
So I can only be a T-Rex if our characters are level 8. Once we're level, yeah. But
maybe we could be that.
yeah. So, but right now, Giant Ape is the best one.
I was a
that's
giant ape
creature.
in Brett's campaign in the Feywild, and I just tanked the boss fight.
Yeah, they're like real strong giant apes, right?
Dude,
That's strong. Yeah, you guys got.
I got a magic item that let me polymorph once, and I polymorphed into a giant ape and just soloed the boss fight because the ape was stronger than the boss.
I'm also changing my spells a little bit now that we're here.
Okay.
So I get my charisma back.
Yeah, your charisma's restored, both of you. Trogdor, you don't have any charisma. Yours is 0. You're dead.
He really is a jerk off, isn't he?
Just in case I forgot. Still dead.
Yeah. I'll remove the mold earths from the areas, and we'll climb back up, feeling like young and just totally invigorated.
Are you in the courtyard or are you in
No, back
the shed.
back in the shed. Back in the shed.
Did that cutout move?
There's a door. There's a door to the exit. There's another door, and then there's boxes in the room.
Alright, I'll start looking through the boxes.
Roll an investigation. Your DC is 15.
15?
There are spells that could like bring you back to life. I don't have.
17.
Alright.
+1.
You found a brass medallion, and there's a pendant on the medallion of a skull with purple eyes. It appears to be a magical item.
I'm just gonna have Joe investigate it. Investigate this. And she hands him a medallion she found. Or what do you read?
Oh, alright, yeah, I'll virtual cast Identify.
What's it called?
It's in my hand.
Medallion of Thoughts.
Line of thoughts.
Medallion has 3 charges. While wearing it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge to cast and detect thought spell. DC 13 from it. The medallion remains 1d3 expended charges daily. Or regains.
That's all you found in the boxes, and that was a note. The rest of stuff was just like supplies, like gardening supplies and shit.
I'll sneak that in my pocket. And then I'll go to the other door that I can assume doesn't go to the. I got rid of invisibility. Why? Because we're in a dungeon crawl.
Did you open the door? Mm-hmm. It appears to be like a closet, and there's a full humanoid skeleton hanging from a rope.
His name Trogdor too?
It is not Trogdor.
So it's just a skeleton in the closet?
Dad of Trogdor. Imagine.
Anything else? Just this hanging skeleton?
That's it.
No key, no nothing else in there? Looks like Malgold has some skeletons in a closet. Brunt!
Can I cast Identify on a skeleton?
Sure. You have to touch it.
Touch.
Correct.
Do that?
Yes.
While you're identifying, you notice it doesn't feel like bone. It feels like waxy. Your spell completes, and it's not magic.
Is this fake?
Yeah, it's like plastic.
Okay. So there's just nothing else in this room?
No.
So we walk back out, I guess?
Okay.
Can we walk out? Can we walk out the door now? The right on the other side? Can we like unlock it from the inside?
Yeah.
So we'll unlock it and go back out to the courtyard, I guess.
Okay.
I guess we're going down these stairs.
So you go down the stairs and you find yourself in like a dirt tunnel. It's like a long dirt tunnel. You see far in the distance, down the tunnel, there's like a ladder propped up against a wall, but it's pretty far, like 80 feet or so.
Are there anything else, like zombies shuffling around down here?
There's some other stuff in there. You see there's like a bunch of like spider webs. In like the middle of the room, the middle of the tunnel. Well, the tunnel is super narrow. It's actually about 25 feet wide, actually.
Do the spiderwebs take up the whole tunnel?
In the center, yeah. But
And
they're not super thick. You could probably walk through them if
Do
you want.
they look like the spiderwebs that we saw in the bog a couple days ago?
Close enough.
Does it look like there's any way for a giant spider to be hiding?
No.
Do you want to head down through the spiderwebs? Do you have a fire cantrip that you can just...
Fire cantrip? I do not believe so.
No!
You jackwagon.
No.
Why don't you guys do a marching order?
I'll be in front.
You're starting from here.
No fire cantrips.
Do you have torches or anything?
I have the potion of fire breath.
Don't want to waste that.
Huh, this would have been great.
Yeah, would have.
All creatures have disadvantage on us.
Yep. Blur's a good spell.
And I have 2 of them.
Poor Keith.
Dude, I have so much
I
shit.
think I have socks on still. Guys want to come back and dig me up for those.
Scroll might take armor, might be worth something.
Ooh, I have 2 signet rings, thanks to you. I have a torch. 2 torches. Actually.
Yes, you can.
I have 2 torches.
Okay.
So I'll hold 1 torch and give the other one to Vekni.
Sure.
I also have a chest. I don't know why I have a chest, but I have a chest.
You're just carrying around a
I
chest?
think it's from like early.
There's probably something in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember where we got it from.
I think that chest was like holy in nature or something. I had to roll like 3 checks on it to make it like open.
You never really. I don't
I forgot
remember.
all about it.
Vekni will light one of the torches that he handed me and I'll hold it like this into the spider webs just to clear up the spider web.
Spider webs are flammable.
As you get close to the webs, you start to smell an odor. It smells like kerosene or some kind of like accelerant.
Nope.
So,
Right away. Vekni will toss it. The torch. Yeah. From like 15 feet out, so.
I go back for Trogdor's body, light him on fire.
so this huge like inferno appears where the webs were, burns them away, and then dies down. And it seems like there was some kind of like accelerant in the air, on the floor, on the walls, something.
But it all burned up.
It all burned up.
Nice, way to go.
Alright, so just keep walking. I'm gonna.
As you get to where the spider webs were, you could feel that you had stepped on a pressure plate, and it went down, and you heard this like sound, and then it falls away.
I was gonna say I was gonna look for a trap, but that works because it didn't work.
Well, you burned up all the accelerant, so
Good.
there was a trap.
Alright, so we'll continue our way down.
So at the end of the tunnel, there's a ladder going up.
Climb it.
As you reach to grab the ladder, these
Oh no! Use syringes! Ugh!
which passive perception?
17.
15.
As you're about to touch the ladder, you notice that there's something wrong in the ground underneath you. It's like recently disturbed.
Vekni will step back and be like, outside.
More dirt.
Just deserve, yeah.
More dirt.
To remove the dirt that's right there. You unveil ghouls that were like lying in wait that were going to burst through the ground. Be your roll priority.
How many?
4. So they go first. 2 attack Sorin with advantage, 2 attack Vekni with advantage.
Wait, they're in the hole.
Yeah, they just have to move in to get out. Let's say the dirt was right in front of the ladder, right?
And the ladder is
How
here?
many, so how much movement did they use? 'Cause they have 30 feet. Is that
Okay,
too much?
so they used 15 just to
to
They'd
get
be
out.
able to get. Oh yeah, they'd be able to get.
5, 10,
Yep.
15,
Yeah, I think they'd still be able to.
10, 5, 10, 5. Yeah. Shit.
What?
I no longer have my mage armor.
Yeah, we still have
Try that,
shield
right?
spell.
Huh?
Still have shield.
They have 1 attack though.
Yeah.
They all try to bite. First one on Vekni. 0 plus. Ooh, that's it. Damn. 17 and a 21. 21, that's right. Oh, it does? How?
Yeah, because I didn't attack. I didn't get my.
So 1 hit.
Ability.
Another one attacks Vekni. 20 and a 21. Wow. 2 hit. Sword. 12 and an 8.
Both miss.
That was 1 attack with advantage. 21 and a 15. So Vekni gets hit twice, Sorin gets hit once.
And she's down.
Sorin takes 4 and Vekni takes 9.
She's going to swing at this motherfucker in front of her. A 12 and a 26.
That both hits.
Okay. 11, 9, so 20.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that is 18.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I'll swing again.
Okay.
You said a 12 hits?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For 9.
Describe it.
She just quick kick to the leg. Thing stumbles over. She hits it with a double uppercut, and the head just kind of rolls off.
Okay. Now,
Movement. She'll turn and face the one that's behind her.
sword.
And I'll use half my movement to pull out my whip.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor.
But he's gonna cry.
No. Okay. What do you see with the mage armor? 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
I use my bonus action, stab one of these things with a dagger.
Sure.
Hit.
14 hits.
3 damage.
Ghouls go again. The one that's still alive that's near Vekni is gonna try to go behind her, but I'm assuming you're gonna use a reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, so use your reaction.
It's crazy that these things know like battle tactics like
They
this.
were doing that in the swamp.
Yeah.
Alright,
that's
I'm going to meta because I need to know what their intelligence is.
You can look it up, I guess. Then the 2 on Sorin are going to attack him.
Okay.
With advantage each. 2 12s and then 18 on the high. 18 hits you, right?
The 18 hits. Is that? Oh, let's see if the damage is fine.
What? No, you want to try to do something?
No, it's fine.
That was with advantage. It hit you.
Yeah,
with
it's
disadvantage. Well, I'm like. 6 piercing.
Vekni will whip the one that Sorin stabbed.
Okay.
19 plus, so that's hit.
Yep, that hits.
7.
Damage.
Yep.
Okay. So, still good.
14.
Hit.
Six damage.
Okay.
And a bonus action, she'll roundhouse it.
Sure.
19.
Hit.
So you're back to watching D&D again.
What's that?
So you're back to watching D&D.
Describe it.
She just, and then she just kicks it, and it
Full
just
circle pretty
it
quick.
collapses and smashes its head on the side of the wall or something.
Alright.
I will mind sliver one of them.
Sure.
15 int. I'm gonna do the one that's like that's in front of Vekni.
Are they ghouls?
Oh.
Because they have a paralyzing attack.
Go.
9 psychic damage to one in front of Vekni.
Okay.
And then I'll turn around to the one facing me. Just spin. And then I'll use my bonus action and stab it.
Sure. The same one you just mind sliver?
No.
A different one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eight to hit.
Miss.
Okay, that's fair. This one that's in front of Vekni gets a minus D4 penalty.
They're both going to try to flank, go behind you to get facing. And try to attack. You guys going to use your reaction or not?
No.
No. So it's going to have advantage on Joe, but it's going to have a D4 penalty.
No, to it saves.
But to save. Alright,
Not
so
to-
advantage on Joe.
Yeah.
With advantage, we have a 14.
Miss.
On Vekni, we have a crit.
But if you went behind that, I would use my action.
Okay. Maybe I explained it wrong.
So essentially what you did was you took the two ghouls and you crisscrossed them like this so that they get behind
why would they have to crisscross?
to get behind our backs. We were both facing one
They
each.
can't just go around?
No, because there's a ghoul behind us already.
No, they're not. There's only
There's only 2 of them left.
There's only 2 of them left.
Alright. Look at how this was. This is how it was. This is how it was. They were facing each other. We were facing each other.
Okay.
Okay? So when you said that you were flanking, okay, you're getting
I said
behind.
facing, but...
Facing would they'd do this. Magical chairs like.
Exactly. Kevin's exactly correct.
Okay, so they both did that?
Yeah.
Okay. So essentially, they just crisscrossed. They ran around each other, but even if you did this, all you really had to do was that. So one attacked me and missed.
Yeah.
Now the other one's attacking back. Okay.
That's gonna be this. 14 doesn't hit you, right?
Attack. Did any of these ones get hit yet?
They're all both at full health.
No.
No.
The one
No, one of them's hurt.
The one that's in front of me is hurt. So I'll whip it. 20.
Hit.
21.
Both hit.
36 plus 10. 16.
Scrap.
She just brings the whip back and forth, and the claws in the end just dig into it. Just loose meat on its neck, and without the muscle, the neck just, and the bone just falls down. And then she'll bonus action, she'll turn and hit this guy.
Sure. That guy's untouched.
Not anymore. 25.
Yeah, hits.
6.
Okay. Sword.
A mind sliver that guy.
Okay.
15 hint.
Fail.
6 psychic.
Okay.
And then you minus D4 penalty.
On a save.
Until the end of my next turn.
Which one's still alive? The one near you or the one near Vekni?
There's only one left.
That's the one near him.
It's gonna go to your back? Or it's your reaction to face it?
Didn't you just kill one?
Yeah, I killed the one that was next to me.
Okay, so how does it get behind my back?
I killed this one.
Okay, so that one was always behind my back. Didn't you move around it?
No, I just turned and kicked it.
Okay.
So one's left goes a sword back.
Sure.
Do you use your reaction?
No, you would have turned. You would have turned and faced it to be able to cast a spell.
He's gonna move around me anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's
Well,
why
once he stops to attack you, you can use your reaction.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to? No. Yeah. Crit.
Silver barbs it.
Okay.
Smart.
20. Not a crit.
That'll hit.
I'll just tee off on this fucking undead thing. 11.
To hit?
Yeah.
Miss.
And with 14.
14 hits.
9.
9 damage.
Bonus action.
How much really hurt?
7 plus 8. So 15.
Strike. Oh, that was a hit.
Plus 8. 8
Strike.
damage. Okay. She just comes over and just starts teeing off and again pops his head off with an uppercut.
And priority?
She walks up to Sorin and just kind of like wipes her knuckles off on his cloak because it's all covered in gore.
That's 400 XP each campaign.
What's crazy is that I'm 7,000 away from level 8. And I only just leveled up now because it took us that long to level.
How much did we just get? 700?
400.
So what should I have done differently?
Stayed at range.
Explain that.
Like you could have leaned out the window, threw your javelin, and got back in the window.
No, you know what? No, what screwed you was your very first session. Because
Oh.
you just blew your load.
That's one downfall of things that have finite resources. Like you have spell slots, but you have half the spell slots he has. So you go through them like that. I have key points. I have 7 key points. I go through them and I can't do anything really besides punchy.
And then after that, you got to be like crazy careful what you're doing. And the other thing is though too is like this. You were using all of your spells to smite, which is what you should do as a paladin. But you also had like really good spells that you can cast that you don't need to continue casting.
What do you mean? Like what?
So some of the spells that you had, like I think it's called lightning. It's a concentration spell,
Okay.
right? It does like an area like this, as a for instance, and once you cast it,
What level is called lightning?
it's not called lightning.
I was gonna say, isn't that a high level spell?
he has some kind of lightning spell. It's concentration. Forget the name of it, but it'll do it in an area like this. So everything in that area always has to keep making saves, right? Yeah, I'll take one. But what happens is that you can continue to do your stuff, so you can continue to attack while that's also happening on top, so it's giving you even more damage. And you don't need to keep casting over and over and over and over again, because as long as you don't get hit, you maintain concentration.
Okay.
And also with smites, you're better off crit fishing, which is you only smite when you get a crit. That way you save your spell slots.
Like, you don't smite if you miss.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
You can only smite.
Which you didn't. But, so like, when we had that one session, right, we had all these fucking things because we ran out through the other doors, too, that we shouldn't have. So all of a sudden we had all these things attacking us, right? And it was cool in the beginning because you were fucking these things up. And then you ran out of all your resources, and you're just some dude with a sword and a shield.
Yeah.
And then you didn't even have your shield because of the cool weapon that you had, but also hindered you. Dan would never give anyone anything cool without also fucking your asshole. So
It's not true.
it's true.
But I mean, I feel like even if I had the sword and shield, I don't think it would have mattered much.
+2 to AC matters.
You wouldn't have got hit. That hit that made you go down. I think you would have not got hit if you were 18 AC. Right?
Every point matters when it comes to AC. Plus, you have heavy armor proficiency, but we never got to shops or anything where you can actually like go and buy some stuff and then raise your AC up. You know, like normal paladins do.
You've been to shops a bunch of times.
Not him. Not him.
Oh,
He never went to any of that shit.
true.
Like, we walked in prepared.
I was alive for about 3 hours.
You know that fire. You know that wand I have that does the fireball. All it does is fireball. I bought that shit at a shop. I didn't get it. I didn't have it. I didn't find it. I bought it.
Almost like that if I was able to rest. But
Yeah, you would have had all your stuff back again. But that's also like the whole thing is even that in that encounter, I didn't have any more spells left. It's none. I was using my fire wand that I had, and
Which you bought.
which I bought, and that was it, and nothing else. Just like you.
It worked though.
Yeah. Because I was keeping my distance and just. Boom,
You
fireball.
used a lot of those charges though, didn't you?
I still have 28.
What?
Yeah.
How many were on it?
I kept track of every single one. You gave me like 30 something.
Oh my god. What are you guys doing?
Going up the ladder.
Awesome.
Never mind.
And AIDS. I'm waiting for the AIDS to come. Eventually, someone's get AIDS.
so when I do a new character,
Dude, just roll the same fucking character again.
yeah.
Here, Joe.
Do that shit. You can literally do this same thing and just name him Son of Trogdor, and then he's looking for his dad. Like, it's not that big a deal.
We'll be like, we have no idea where he's.
Yeah.
You're holding the sword over your shoulder.
Trogdor.
Who's first?
Doesn't sound
I mean,
familiar.
I've been around like a few trapdoors, but never a trapdoor.
Who's first?
Maybe there could be
Maybe.
some kind of closure. We went looking for him, and I provided you with the ring, which is why I took it.
Vekni. You climb up the ladder and you enter a large bedchamber. It's very dim, and you can see a cauldron bubbling over with this green fluid.
What the fuck is that witch riding there?
She's probably Miracle Ranger.
Probably. All I see is a bubbling.
There's a bed, there's a dresser, there's a mirror.
There's a little girl.
That's not there yet.
Oh, okay. Way to break the immersion, Dan. Vekni will get up, take a couple steps. Is there a fire under the cauldron?
Yeah.
Okay. So she'll take a couple steps and wait for Sorin to come up.
Come up the stairs.
Okay.
Do I see her?
You see what I described to him.
Alright, I'll go over to the dresser and see what's on top of it.
So we don't see this.
No. You look on top of the dresser and you see this, all you see really on top of the dresser is this one single picture frame. And the picture is of a small group of people. You recognize Odoacer, but he's not dressed in his Fury Lord red armor and everything. He's really wearing like barbarian type rags.
Rags.
Yeah, loincloth.
Like a loincloth type thing. You see this like paladin.
He had this like shoulder thing.
Yeah, he has that too. You see this paladin wearing this all black armor with like this emblem of like an owl.
With a big dick coming out of his forehead.
You see this young girl wearing a witch's hat, blonde. She looks like kind of busty. You see Doken, but he's not dressed like a king. He's dressed like a musician.
And they all look happy as friends, like.
And you see Gratis.
No Kellyanne or Bretson?
And Kevlin's there. Bretson's not.
Cause
Oh yeah, that's Brett's character. Yeah. So she'll pick up the picture and just focus in on Kellyanne for a little bit.
with or without nose.
Without.
Damn, always. It's gross.
It's badass.
It's gross.
Looks like
looking into someone's skull. Can you imagine? Fucking like boogers and shit.
Yeah, looks like Red Skull. Red Skull looks pretty sweet. Yeah, you jelly.
Not jelly. There's flesh. Red Skull was not flesh.
Yeah, it was.
It's just a skull face. He didn't
There
have.
was skin over the skull.
Wasn't.
Yeah, there was. He has eyebrows. He can blink his eyes. It's not just. And this is just a regular dresser.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. Is the bed made or messy?
It's made.
Made. It's warm in here because the fire's burning.
Yeah, it's warm. The cauldron's like bubbling. You hear that sound, the bubbling sound.
Call out to Marigold, and I'll ask her how Grandma Greentooth is.
You hear this boom, and it's almost like a black smoke bomb went off in the room, and you hear psss, and from somewhere in the ground near the cauldron, this black smoke starts erupting, filling the room. And after a few moments, the smoke starts to turn orange and thins out a little bit, and then it gets a little more thin and turns pink. And when it clears, you see a figure standing before you. It looks like a young girl. Appears to be like a teenager.
How busty is she?
She is
Describe the
How
bust.
teenager is she?
No, she's 14 with giant titties. He did this on purpose.
She has long blonde hair.
Because Dan can't help himself.
Black
He
robes.
just can't help himself.
With these long sleeves that cover her hands. They go down past
Are
her
they
hands.
wizard sleeves?
Wizard sleeves.
She's rocking the wizard sleeve?
She has a very pretty face with these yellow speckled purple eyes. She has a dimple in her chin, and she's very smiley, and there's a little bit of a glint in her eye as she looks at you guys. She has a pointed witch's hat with a buckle on it. She wears black heels with brass buckles. She's pretty curvy. She has a nice butt, and then she's well endowed for, again, she appears to be a teenager. But should she be a teenager?
You're talking D's, double D's,
D's.
D's?
It's like that. It's like that shop teacher up in Canada.
Fuck yeah.
No, not like that.
Damn.
You seen that?
Sexy as fuck.
Oh my god, dude! There's this shop teacher up in Canada.
Excuse me, be careful. You are
I
live.
don't give a
and if
flying
you
fuck. He's a
don't-
dude,
don't
and he
ups-
wears giant X-size prosthetic
wait.
titties.
Yeah, he's
and he's a
essentially-
shop teacher.
I
in
saw
Canada.
that.
Yeah.
And she says, "What brings you silly gooses to my mansion?"
We came all the way here for this little girl.
We did.
This is the one that's sleeping with your daddy.
I don't know about that.
This is
Hi Marigold. Did you have your fun?
I had a great time. You guys are so entertaining.
I'm glad you had a good time.
I should have that fucking spoon.
You're buried with it.
Be mine now.
Where do you know where Grandma Greentooth is?
She's in Dovah, actually. How do you know Grandma Greentooth?
Do you not know who I am?
No, you silly goose. But you look kind of like a creepo.
Eyes are up here, buddy.
I don't like the way that you're looking at me.
Vekni's just sitting there rubbing her temple.
That's not how Sorin looks ever.
She still says it.
Yeah, whatever. So,
she accused everybody of that.
yeah. Sorin will show her his signet ring. With Ferelden on it. And she will tell him who he is. He will tell him his relationship to Doken, and he will also tell her who his mother is and her true self.
So Wilma's your mother?
Wilma is my mother, and she was raised by who I call Grandma Greentooth. You call Auntie.
Well, if you're looking for Grammy, she is in these lands. She's in a place called Van Brighton's Labyrinth. She was trying to start a new, she kind of got bored of being in Thaddeus, and she tried to start a coven in Dovah, and that's where she is.
My stepfather, Doken, he spoke very busty of you.
What? He is a creepo.
He is. He has never skipped that part, but he has always told us about the ones they call the Burning Fist. You are a member of, no?
I was. We killed that vampire.
Yes. So, what brings you back? Because you're not the only one back. I'm sure you must know.
It was about a year ago. I woke up and I was in this swamp. I just decided to make it a home here. It reminded me of Auntie Ethel's shack. I decided to make my own place.
Did you know that everyone is back?
I know about Gragas and Odoacer and Doken.
And Kevlian?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's another creepo.
And Wudrin?
I don't really care about it. I don't know him.
But they are all back, and they are, we're all looking to get together again.
For what? For what?
Have you not spoken to your Aunt Ethel?
Oh yes, I talk to Aunt Ethel all the time.
And she hasn't spoken to you about the foreseeings that my mother has told?
I don't know anything about that. I don't think Auntie Ethel and Wilma speak much anymore.
Do you know why? I've never heard of that one.
No, I really don't know. I don't think they talk a lot.
So what do you intend on doing? Just staying out here in the middle of the swamp for the rest of your life?
I've been having the best time out here. It's great. All these silly gooses keep trying to come into my mansion, and I mess with them and play tricks on them. It's so much fun.
Bury them in the backyard.
I killed your friend, sorry about that.
Speaking of, our friend.
Well, it's making a lot of assumptions there.
I see you've had your fun, but is there any way for him to play with us again?
You're asking me to bring him back from the dead?
That's what it sounds like.
Well, that's something I can do, but I think you'd have to entertain me a little more first. Would you be interested in doing that?
Do you need me to leave
What
the room?
are you, my nephew? What are you to me exactly?
Illegal, that's what it is.
Well,
Well, Wilma, her sister?
Wilma would be her...
yes. Not biological. Well, I guess it depends. So,
Long.
neither of them are biological at all.
Okay, so
Wilma was raised
adopted
just
sister?
like Ethel was, or just like she is, technically.
I can't wrap my head around it right now.
Wilma would be like an older sister, I guess.
Well, Ethel was her aunt, and Wilma is Ethel's...
Daughter, but
Adopted-
not
adopted daughter.
Yeah, by force.
So that would make them cousins. So she's not really related to you. She's like your second cousin.
Yeah, you're my second cousin.
Okay.
So we can bang. It's okay.
You say that to her?
No. That's how that works, though, right? Second cousin's alright.
If you want me to bring him back, I can do that. I can cast a spell. My most powerful spells are done in the shed. I don't really do them here. I have a better setup in there for that. But you'd have to entertain me first. Would you be interested? I have a perfect game in mind. It'd be so much fun. Are you interested in doing it? It would take both of you, not just you, Sorin.
It's called Who's in My Mouth.
Yeah, what's the game? No, who's in my mouth? Because
So it's really simple.
She's got a lot of magic. It's what's in my mouth.
I have a couple more friends here that you haven't met. I'll introduce you to them, and then if you survive, then I'll bring your friend back. And if you die, then I won't.
Dad, did we become accidental second cousins?
Yeah, your second cousin. I never really thought it out, but yes, your second cousins.
I never thought it out either, not once.
If you notice, as we go through playing this campaign,
Not once did we ever think about
a
that.
lot of your characters have connections that aren't that apparent at first.
You're gonna tell me that you thought about that? You knew that the whole time?
I never thought of that.
Me neither. It just kind of came to light right now.
Yeah.
We're second cousins. It's interesting.
Sorin has a lot of connections.
It's interesting. So, Sorin will then say, I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll find out. Because I'm sure she's like crazy powerful, and she's going to just fucking...
But she doesn't want to fight you.
Yeah, I know that.
Huh.
So he's going to say to her, in light of us being family, perhaps we put away some fun and games and we bring back some people from the dead, and I will cast suggestion. I know you're just gonna auto pass it.
She's gonna. Well, what's the save?
Well, I'm not gonna think that you have fucking legendaries. Don't roll yet, Dan. I'm not gonna think that you have legendary saves, so I'm gonna use a portent and change it to 2.
Oh, she's gonna choose to pass.
Yeah. I cast a spell. This is why I say what I say, Dan.
I mean, you know she's a powerful magic.
Of course. However, she's got a finite number of saves, and I just used 1.
Okay.
Anyway, I guess her response is no.
I want to be entertained a little bit. If you're not interested, that's fine. I mean, you gave me a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I had a good time watching you guys. Tee.
Well, before we entertain anything, do you have any, drink or something suitable for us?
Yes, I'm working on this brew, a witch's brew. I'm kind of new to it. I'm working on the ingredients, and I don't know if this is really going to be up to snuff, but drinking this, if it works properly, should completely restore all of your lost magic and health. Go ahead, have some. And she points to the cauldron.
Alright.
Okay. I'll have some too.
Sure. So there's like a big spoon.
Okay. Man, you would have loved to have that.
I'm thinking that one too.
When you look down into the cauldron, like I said, it's a green bubbling liquid, and you could see like humanoid heads, bones, and limbs, many of which seem like really small.
Mm-hmm. Dragon tattoo floating in there.
So you have me drink it?
What is these floating around in there?
Some of the ingredients.
It's the same size as like the fairies that we saw over in Queen's Grace?
Some.
Beard? Bottoms up and she'll take the thing, take a drink of it.
You too? Oh, both of you roll an unmodified d20.
Oh shit, we fucked up. 6.
14.
Alright. Sorin, you get all of your spell slots back in full health.
Okay.
I'm dead.
Hey, David. I forgot something.
What'd you forget?
I never rolled my portents after the long rest that we had.
So you don't have portents?
Well, when I did the 2, that was from previous portent. So I'm gonna use whatever I had anyone else to use it. So I lose 1. So I have a 6 and a 12.
Okay.
So I used a 6 instead of a 2. So I'm still at 1, but I have a 12.
You're taking 14 acid damage.
Oh, good, thanks.
So she sees that you reacted poorly to it, and she goes, I guess the ratios aren't quite correct yet. I'll have to work on it more. You can try having another scoop if you want.
No, thank you. And she spits it up on the floor. Like she's having a really bad acid. What's that called? Heartburn.
Okay.
Not gonna try again?
I don't know.
Why not?
This took 15 damage.
So?
That's a lot.
If you pass it again, you'll go back to full health.
If you drank something that physically hurt you, would you drink it again?
Realistically?
Yeah.
No.
No.
But look at Sorin. He looks great.
I'm better than ever.
Maybe.
And Sorin, the what you gulped, it actually tasted delicious. It tasted sweet, almost sugary.
Wow.
What
It's
you
like drinking cotton candy.
it tasted super, super, super acidic.
Well, perhaps it is something that doesn't match my my elvish physiology.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
So what do you say? You want to entertain me some more?
I think we can entertain you.
Not right now.
He said yes.
Have fun, son. And she goes over and sits on the bed. I'm at half life, half health.
She says, she goes, and she stands up, and she does like a little twirl, and she does a little curtsy, and then she like moves her head back and forth, and she goes, snake skin and curdled milk, a halfling's eye and Dovah silk, and then, poof, another black smoke bomb looking thing appears, and then it turns orange as it starts to thin out, then it turns pink and it gets even more thin, and when it's gone, you see this figure. It looks like a wraith-like type figure, like a ethereal, like a glowing blue, with this big cape, and it's got this a full helm and a long sword. And to both sides of him are two other wraith-like figures that don't have armor or weapons. And you can roll party. Both of you.
Look how happy he is right now.
He's such a fucking dick. What did I do?
He gets to kill more people. 3 wraiths. They're probably like 100 something HP each.
One has armor.
These two go first. And they're gonna attack. I guess one will attack Vekni sitting on the bed. And one's gonna attack Sorin.
Is Ethel, or not Ethel, what's her face here?
When the smoke cleared, she was gone.
Okay, and what about this thing's here? The bubbling cauldron and the
Still
other
there.
thing? Still there?
So first attacks on Sorin. It swings at Sorin twice. Ooh, crit 1 and a 14. No, a crit 1 and a 20. We're gonna do our D4. It's a 1.
And then, so one of them rolled a 20?
Oh, that's only one of them that attacked twice. Attacked you.
Okay, so one of it was a crit fail.
Yeah. So the first attack hits, and the second
Well,
attack.
no, I'm gonna reaction cast shield.
Okay.
So 21 AC.
All right. So the first attack misses, and the second attack he hits your shield spell, hits your barrier, and his shield and his sword shatters and just falls to pieces, and he has to have a sword now.
Okay.
The other one's gonna attack Vekni. First attack was a 25, second attack was a 17. 25 hits. 7 slashing.
Vekni stands up and she goes, I said I didn't want to play. And she'll go, I guess we're gonna play this game anyway.
You have advantage.
Why?
Because of something it did on its turn.
Okay. 16.
Hit.
Is all attacks advantage or just the one?
I think it's all. Yeah, until its next turn. All melee and range attacks.
Alright, so the first one, and I'll do a stunning strike.
Magical, right?
Yes, and a stunning strike, 15 DC, con save.
Let's probably pass. Yeah, pass.
Okay, so that's 11 bludgeoning. Second attack. 21.
Hit.
Stunning strike again.
15.
Yep.
Pass.
6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Okay. Bonus action.
Okay.
22. Stunning strike.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
15.
Pass.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, 5. 5 plus 6 is 11. Bludgeoning.
It's pretty hurt.
I'll draw my whip.
Soren's gonna take out his air elemental gem. He's gonna smash it on the ground.
Okay.
So the air elemental is gonna burst out,
Alright.
and it's gonna occupy the exact space that he is in.
Oh, wow.
And then the air elemental lowest priority.
Okay.
So his dex is +5.
Okay. Well, roll priority. I'll insert it into the priority.
So the D20 is 19 plus 5, 24.
So he's number 1 in the priorities.
Initiative. And that is my action. I will use my bonus action to just stab this thing with a dagger.
Okay. The one that's already hurt, the one in front of you.
The one in front of me.
Okay.
Now the air elemental is inside of it, so do I have advantage?
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that should give you 4.
So 15 to hit.
Oh, miss.
Miss, okay. And that'll end my turn.
That leader guy goes, the one with all the armor and stuff. He has his sword out and he holds it in front of him. And this slight blue aura appears around him. He starts to like flex and shake, and you can feel the whole room shaking. We're gonna do a critical roll of this D4. And it's gonna be, the number's gonna be this number that I roll plus 1. 3 plus 1.
What's going on?
Probably just summon more.
Those things you killed before. Those spirit things. Give me 4 of those.
4? Or at least the whole thing. There's 2 more. That's all of them. He designed this for like 6 of us.
I can see that.
There's no terrain for us to use.
And air elemental goes.
Alright, so the guy that he is inside, so the air elemental is a multi-attack. He's gonna make 2 slam attacks plus 8 to hit. Would he have advantage because he's on flank facing?
Yes.
So first attack with advantage with a +8.
Okay.
Oh jeez.
What is it?
8 plus 12 to hit.
Miss.
I rolled a crit fail and a 3. Second attack. 18.
Hit.
10 plus 8. So that'll hit. So it's... I'll just use the average so I don't have to keep rolling. So 14 damage.
14? Okay.
Yeah. Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning? Regular bludgeoning? It's not as effective as you would have thought.
Okay.
Alright.
And he's in the space of this thing.
You're not using a loud for it, right?
Well, he's inside the space of this.
Okay.
So unless you want to give me one, but I'm not going to use one until he moves.
So, he's gonna go Sorin. He's gonna go air elemental. Well, he could hit his own guy, right?
Yeah, he's inside the space of him.
How's that work when you hit your own guy? Oh, I think when he does damage, it does damage to both of them. Is that how it works?
You tell me.
Yeah.
Okay. The elemental can enter a hostile creature's space and stop there. It can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch without squeezing.
Fuck.
Just correct it.
Alright. So the 2 are going to attack Vekni. They're not going to use that ability, they're just going to attack regular, but they're going to have advantage. Yeah, the ones fighting Vekni do have swords. The highest roll is a 16.
Yes.
So they all missed. So all the ones attacking Vekni missed. Sword. Which one broke his sword? That was
The one that's in there.
The clear one. The one that's inside the air elemental.
Oh.
Yeah, he's all kinds of fucked up.
Yeah. I guess he's gonna try to do an unarmed strike.
Grapple.
So if it hits, it's just going to be like a D6 plus 1 or something.
So D4.
Or D4 plus 1. So 20.
It's 20
I'm
total.
assuming that hits.
20 total.
Yeah, the arrow. It's hitting the arrow elemental.
Hitting the air elemental?
Yeah. Does that hit?
It does hit.
That's 3 damage. 3 bludgeoning.
You see that it's not as effective as it would be.
How many of them were attacking?
I need a piece of paper. Dan, actually, no, I'll just give you. He has 90 hit points,
Okay.
and he just took 2 damage.
So he's in 88.
Yeah.
How many, aside from that one, are flanking, or on that arrow elemental? There's 3, right? 3 other ones or 2 other ones?
Well, technically, he's in the space, so none of them are outside of it. So he
2
doesn't.
other ones, right?
He doesn't. No, I'm standing right here.
Yeah, but technically, your air elemental is in the space, and he's still flanking.
If they hit, it damages the arrow elemental.
There is no. What I'm saying for your advantages, there is no one on the opposite side of the air elemental.
But there's 2 that could attack him, right?
3.
Not including that guy, or
You
including
have
that guy?
you have this guy right here,
Yeah.
this guy right here,
Okay.
and this guy right
okay.
here.
3. Okay.
There's 3.
So they're all gonna attack.
Yeah.
No advantage or anything. You have a crit 20,
Okay.
21, and a 19. So they all hit.
I will silvery barbs
The crit.
20, and then I'll give advantage to Kevin.
That's a 13. So
That'll miss.
that misses right. So 2 hits.
Now, does your guy get hit in any of this?
Yes, he's taking the same amount of damage.
Same damage. Okay.
And it's not. Is the slashing less effective on you?
Slashing is.
Alright, so they're going to take exactly the same then. So it's 14 plus 4, 18 divided by 2, so 9 damage.
Okay.
So you're elemental.
All right. Well, you're tracking that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One's got a tech sword. $17. Hits right.
It does.
9.
So these guys are all bunched up. The one that was attacking me before looks banged up.
Mm-hmm.
Like really bad.
He's the most hurt out of all of them.
Kill that guy.
Okay.
Should move up here. Still in range, so I don't get an opportunity attack on me.
Yep.
She will use half her movement to draw out Ignis.
Oh.
And
Oh, okay.
You have advantage.
point it at, yeah, that's why I'm doing it now. Point
Why
at this
does he have
guy.
advantage?
Because
Silver
he silver barbs.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go with this guy, so these 3.
Those 3 all get hit. That's not good. It's lightning damage too?
Yeah.
Does that also hit the air elemental?
No, it's not in a line.
Oh, okay.
17 hits.
Hit.
Okay, so you guys need to 13 dex save.
We'll do 1 roll or 3 rolls?
3 rolls.
Two passes, 1 fail.
Take 5. Like the ones that pass, take 5 lightning.
That's it?
Yeah.
The one that's already hurt, he was one of the ones. He's not the one that you threw the javelin at, right?
Which one's the one that was? No, because you had him run behind me. So then the one that gets hit takes. So the one that actually got hit by the thing takes 9 plus 30, 22 damage.
Some that's bludgeoning?
9 of it's piercing, 13 of it is lightning.
So the 9 piercing isn't as effective as you would think.
Okay. And then my second attack, she will just start kicking that guy.
Which one?
The one that already hit.
The black one?
No, the blue one that's behind the bed.
Okay.
That she already hit a bunch.
Okay.
So 2.
Hit.
8.
Okay.
Bonus action.
It looks really hurt. It's like
23.
and some of the light is like escaping from wounds.
11.
Describe.
She just kicks right through its ethereal body and it just evaporates.
Remove that model because it's gonna get confusing.
Yep. And then
That's one down.
her. There's no room for somebody to get behind her.
You
So.
hear coming from around the room.
Okay. That's my turn.
Vekni. Sorin. You're up, big boy.
I'm gonna cast Summon Lesser Demon.
How's that work?
He summons a lesser demon.
I'm gonna roll a d6. And then a whole bunch of shit's gonna happen.
Alright. First time he's using this.
So, Summon Lesser Demon. Right, I'm gonna roll a d6. I'll do it right now. And I'll tell you what happens.
Your air elemental gem, that's it, right? It's gone after this, isn't it?
Correct. So I rolled a 5. Perfect!
What'd you get?
So, Summon Lesser Demon. Where is it? Where did it go? Alright, so you utter foul words, summoning demons from the chaos of the abyss. Roll the following table to determine what happens. I rolled a 5. 8 demons of challenge rating quarter or lower.
What would that be?
Well, hold on. The DM chooses the demons, such as mains or dretches, and you choose the unoccupied spaces you can see within range where they appear. A summoned demon disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or when the spell ends. So 8 of these things.
Were they called mains or dretches?
The DM chooses the demons, such as mains or dretches. So it's 8 demons of
1/4 rating?
quarter challenge rating. 8 of them.
What does that mean?
How strong they are. It's actually, how I roll is actually really good. Even though they're going to be lower challenge ratings, the more the better when it comes to this kind of stuff. So the demons are hostile to all creatures, including me. Roll initiative for the summoned demons as a group, whichever has its own turns. The demons pursue the attacks the nearest non-demons to the best of their ability. As part of casting the spell, you can form a circle underground using the material components. And then while the spell lasts, the summoned demon can't cross the circle or harm it. So like, he can't harm me in a circle that I draw around myself. And there's 8 of them.
I'm sorry, it's a quarter or a half, Sealer?
Quarter, 1/4. And there's 8 of them. And now all your guys are flanked.
Fuck.
Motherfucker.
Fucking party.
See that shit?
Yeah, let's go with the dredges. Do you want small models or you go with the zombies?
The zombies are fine.
Alright.
What's their dex, Daniel?
+0.
+0. I'm gonna roll their initiative.
Yep, go ahead.
None of your guys can move.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, your leader can.
So he's gonna try to flank. He's gonna try to face this one and attack it from behind. Use this reaction to face him.
Sure.
So he comes
I don't have these things. What they can do. You have that.
I have it. So he comes with his longsword,
Okay.
and he's gonna do 2 attacks on it.
Okay.
Both attacks hit. That one is dead.
Okay.
So you remove that one, and then it's the air elemental's turn.
Okay. So he's going to the guy that he is currently inside.
How often can you do that? It's just a spell slot.
What?
There's summon lesser demon. Right?
It's what's it called? A concentration spell.
Huh?
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Air elemental is going to use this whirlwind.
Okay.
Each creature in the elemental space makes a DC 13 strength save throw.
Pass.
Alright, so if the saving throw is successful, the target takes half the bludgeoning damage and isn't flung or thrown or knocked prone.
Okay.
So it takes 15 bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. It's not as effective as you would have thought.
So you would take half of that, and then, yeah.
Okay.
And then what's a recharge? I have to roll a 4 or 6?
If it says 4 to 6, then yeah.
Okay.
And that doesn't cost an action or anything. That's just free.
Okay, very good.
Every time it's your turn.
Very good. So try to fling him and it doesn't, but it still takes damage.
So then the warrior things go. So let's see. So this one attacks Vekni. This is the air elemental, right?
Yeah, inside the space of that thing.
So this is Sorin.
Yes. That's
So-
my guy. Don't touch my guy.
Oh, this is one of your guys.
Yep.
Alright. So this one's gonna attack Sorin.
Okay.
This is it. This is one of your guys.
Yep. So is this
This is the air elemental.
air elemental and your guy. And your guy. So you have this guy, and this guy. Everything else is mine except for him. He's one of yours.
So 2 of these are attacking the elemental, plus the guy that's inside it, and then one's attacking Sorin, and then one's attacking Vekni. Okay.
None of them get flanking or facing or any of that.
Yep. So we'll go with the one that's the elemental's inside of first. He's gonna try to punch it because his sword's broken, from what I recall. That's gonna be a miss. What's his AC?
With the air elemental?
Yeah.
15, I think.
15. Right.
Yeah, 15.
Then the other 2 that can hit the air elemental that are next to him, you're gonna attack. One's a crit, and then one's a miss.
I will silver barbs it.
So I roll again. 21 hits, right?
That'll still hit, but it's not a crit, and Kevin gets the advantage.
Okay.
And this is all on the air elemental?
Yeah, so 6 damage, but then it's less effective, right?
Correct.
So 3 damage.
3 damage.
And then also that witch bolt gets hit too.
What?
The spirit that it's in gets hit.
Gotcha.
Then Sorin gets attacked. 27.
That'll hit.
No, 25. I'm sorry.
That'll still hit.
12. Slashing. And you gotta roll a concentration. And then Vekni gets attacked. He's gonna use his bonus. He's gonna attack you twice. But that's
I have advantage on
negative
this
for him.
with my feet.
Okay. Vekni is.
I passed. I rolled a crit 20.
22 and a 24. 4, 12 slashing. Vekni.
Is this the leader?
Yes. And you have advantage.
Vekni's gonna whip the leader as much as she can.
Okay.
27.
Yep.
Slashing.
You find that your whip is that magical?
It's magical. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
My Kensei weapons are magical.
Okay. Same roll, attack roll.
Yep.
Okay.
10 slashing. Put a stunning strike.
Sure. Okay. 15 con?
Yeah.
Fail.
Okay, stunned.
Okay.
Oh, I had facing too, because he's facing. Oh no, I didn't. Well, that's behind.
He would use his reaction to face you
Okay.
before he was stunned.
Bonus action. Hit him.
Okay. Flurry of blows or no?
3 19s in a row. Jesus.
Another 19? Okay.
Does he look hurt?
No.
Probably not.
He does not.
And then 11 bludgeoning.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Tasha's Mind Whip, the boss guy.
Sure.
15 int.
Pass.
Okay. So it's 3d6 half damage.
Okay.
11.
Psychic?
Psychic.
11 with the half? Or 11
No,
total?
it's 11 total, and so it's rounded up 6 psychic damage.
Okay. Wretches.
Is at the DM's discretion. They attack the very nearest thing to them. So I would imagine, Daniel,
I'll have you roll 1 dice for their attacks.
they all roll. They're gonna have advantage.
Alright. So roll 2 dice for. They get multi-attack, they have 2 attacks.
Okay.
So roll 4 dice total.
Okay. Well, so this one's
Plus 2 is there to hit.
So 6, 7, 8 to hit. First
Okay.
attack.
That doesn't hit anything.
Okay. Second attack. Crit 20.
Oh, okay.
There's actually 1 crit fail and 1 crit 20 in the same roll.
Which guys are they hitting? I can't just. You're over there. Whoever's closest to them.
I'll have them do this guy is the hit,
Okay.
and this guy's the miss
Okay.
in groups of 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit this guy. Or crit. So it's max damage plus rolls. It's a great spell. Makes the DM do the work. It's like a
It's
big.
annoying.
It's like a big fuck you. Because they didn't have enough to burn it out.
Well, I have a lot of shit I'm doing already. It's only 12 damage.
At max.
With the roll.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. 12 damage. 12 damage.
Or, oh no, it's that much times 5, right? How many of them attacked?
5 of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them attacked.
Yeah, so 12 times 5. So that's how much for one.
So 60 damage on one guy.
Describe.
So yeah, all these.
It's not as effective as it should be if it's still killed.
Yeah, so all these demons like they just start like peeling this thing like a fucking part limb by limb, and this thing just like gets torn out. So they'll use their movement feed now to now go to the next closest one.
Was that the leader?
Yeah. This is my guy here. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Air elemental.
I'm gonna roll his D-charge. His recharge is D6. 4, 6, 4. Got it.
Okay.
So he's going to attack that guy again
Sure.
with that ability, the whirlwind charge. DC 13 strength save. Yeah. Okay.
Pass.
Okay. So he takes 15 bludgeoning, half damage. So 8 bludgeoning.
Okay. He looks really hurt. The guy that your elemental's inside of is going to try to punch the air elemental.
Okay. Will he punch himself in the face?
If he hits, he'll take damage too. What's the AC?
The AC is 15.
So that's a hit. We'll do a D4 plus 1. 4 bludgeoning divided by 2, or halved.
2.
So he takes 2 damage.
They both do.
And so does the other guy.
Yep.
Other guy's still alive, but he's really hurt.
How's that air elemental looking?
Looks fine. Barely hurt at all.
Yeah.
What's closest to them? You're closer to 1, right?
Yeah,
So
the closest to one. Yeah.
it's gonna attack you twice.
Okay.
Miss and 21. 21.
I'll celebrate Barb's at 21.
Oh, okay. Crit fail.
Cool.
So
I'll give Kevin advantage next turn.
he falls prone, but then you just have his movement to get up.
Okay.
So,
He's completely surrounded.
what's he facing?
He's facing this like random ghoul
One of
here.
the wretches. Alright, he's gonna attack that.
Okay.
He's gonna attack it twice.
Okay.
That hits and that misses. So the one hit. How much HP these things out? I don't think this will kill it. 18. Nah, it's not gonna kill it. It did 9 damage to it. It's still alive.
Okay.
I'm gonna whip the boss guy.
Sure. He can't move right now, right?
Correct. Crit 20.
Okay.
So that's 6 plus 6 plus 6.
Total.
24 total. Wait, no, 18 total, sorry. And stunning strike.
Okay. 15 con?
Yep.
Pass. Plus 1.
16 plus 4, 24.
Hit.
8 slashing.
Okay.
Stunning strike.
Okay. Pass. Plus 4.
16.
Miss. Sword.
Sorin will cast Tasha's Mind Whip on the big guy,
Sure.
the main guy.
He is starting to look a little hurt now.
DC 15 int.
You see, like, in these places where he has injuries, you see, like, this, like, weird, like, light, like, bursting out of him where he has his injuries. So there's, like, light coming out of here, light coming out of here, light coming out of here.
So DC 15 int.
Fail.
3d6 psychic damage.
Okay. Roll.
8 psychic, but on his turn he can only move, take an action, or a bonus action. That's it.
So
Is he
that's-
stunned?
No.
Okay, so on his he can only move, take an action, or take a bonus action. That's it.
Alright, your wretches go.
They will attack this guy So 1, 2, 3 of them, 4 of them. 4 of them are going to attack this guy here in the middle.
They have advantage,
all with advantage.
20, which hits. Which guy in the middle? It's a regular, one of the regular ones?
This guy.
How many is it total that's attacking?
1, 2, 3, 4.
So it's 20 damage, but divided by half. So, no, it's still good.
Okay. Then these two here, Daniel. These two here.
Yeah.
They're attacking the boss guy.
Okay.
No advantage though.
No advantage.
No advantage.
Miss.
Okay. And then this one right here is attacking this random one right here. No advantage.
16 hit.
Okay.
So it's obviously not as effective as Okay. That's it for those things, right? Mm-hmm. All right. The boss guy. What's like right in front of him?
Technically, he is looking at this guy that looks like Groot.
It's a wretch.
Yeah.
In the wretch.
Yeah.
He's gonna attack him.
Okay.
That's the one that he already attacked, right?
I don't know.
We're gonna say yeah. So 1 miss, 1 hit.
Okay.
7. Actually didn't kill it. He's gonna use his bonus action to use his ability, but now all attacks against him. Try to remember, all attacks against him will have advantage for his next turn.
Will have advantage?
Will, yeah. Yeah, it hits. Okay, it's dead. He comes down with his sword and slashes right through it and kills. That's the second one that died.
Okay.
Air elemental.
Recharge. 1d6.
Okay.
And on 4 or 6, 4, 5 or 6, it's recharged.
Okay.
5.
So it's recharged. Okay.
So strength save again.
15.
15.
Pass.
Okay, so he takes 15 bludgeoning halved.
Describe it.
So even though he failed, the air elemental's going to throw this thing up into the air, and then he slams back down and smashes. I'm going to use this as the air elemental now.
That's fine.
So the air elemental will now move, and he can move into unoccupied spaces. He can squeeze through an area the size of 1 inch, and he'll do this guy now.
He's inside that guy.
He's inside that guy.
All right. The guy that he's inside is going to attack him twice.
Okay. He attacks himself.
Both are misses. What's his AC? Like 21 or some shit.
No, it's like 15.
15 still misses.
Yeah, AC 15.
All attacks on that guy have advantage now.
Did he hit himself?
He missed. Okay. No. There's one other regular guy left, right? And what's in front of him? A wretch. There should be one more left.
There's one more regular guy right here.
Yeah,
And
what's in front of him?
he's got 2 wretches in front of him.
So he's going to attack one of them twice. Okay. So again, all attacks on him now will have advantage. Because he's using his... When they do the extra attack, that's just negative with that. They both hit. 8. 14, which does that kill him? I don't think so. No.
Okay.
So that wretch is still alive.
Okay.
It's hurt. It really hurt though.
Attack the leader guy again.
Sure.
You have advantage.
You have advantage.
It's flanked.
You have advantage anyway. You can use that ability.
Okay. 17.
Miss.
24.
Hit.
9.
Okay.
Bonus action. 24.
Hit.
9.
I know Sorin's owl has been out this whole time, but I never actually brought him into the room, so I'm just going to use my action to blink him in for the sake of doing it.
Now your wretches go.
Wretches?
Yeah. What are they attacking?
So
You have advantage on every enemy because the enemies only
On
use
every
that
enemy?
ability.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are attacking this guy in the middle.
Okay.
2 of them are attacking the boss. That's it.
So 4 attacking the guy in the middle, 2 attacking the boss.
Yeah.
Alright? And they have advantage. So 1 attacking the guy in the middle, miss. 1 attacking the boss, 2 attacking the boss.
With advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have a +2 modifier.
Okay. And 2 of them attacking the boss.
Hit.
Okay.
Six. So not as effective as you would expect.
Okay.
But 6 damage after the reduction.
Yep.
He looks really hurt. Is that it for him?
That's it.
Commander attacks what's in front of him. One of the wretches.
One of the
He's
wretches.
gonna attack it. Oh, it's one of the really hurt ones, right?
Yeah, the one he attacked last time. Which is
He's
like
gonna attack.
thing.
Do 1 attack, which hits. This should probably kill it.
Probably.
Dead. So one of the wretches is dead. Well, he'll move to what's the closest enemy?
If he turns around, there is.
Was it Vekni?
No.
Another wretch?
2 more wretches. 3
He's
more
gonna attack.
wretches.
He's gonna use. He's gonna attack that wretch in front of him 2 more times.
Okay.
Hit and miss. So 1 hit. 8. Air elemental.
So he's gonna. Oh no, I gotta recharge it. So fail on the recharge. So he's just going to attack him normally, multi-attack, +8 to hit, and he has advantage because I'm on the other side.
Sure. Do your thing. This guy's not very hurt.
So 19 + 8.
Hit.
Okay, and then it'll be 28 bludgeoning.
It's not as effective as you would have
So
thought.
14 total.
Alright. The guy that just got attacked is gonna attack the air elemental that's inside of him.
Okay. I'm gonna switch these 2 out because it's probably the best thing to do. So that they
That's a
can.
hit.
Okay.
So 9 damage, but it's not as effective as you would expect on himself and on the air elemental.
Okay.
So air elemental takes what? It's 4 rounded up, so 5. And then he
Is that
takes
air elemental at like 78 damage?
67.
67?
Yeah. Then there's 1 more regular one left. It's going to attack. There's a wretch near it, probably, right?
This one, right?
Oh, the one by Vekni? So it's
Yeah,
going to attack
he's
Vekni. He's
by
going to attack her
Vekni.
twice.
Yeah, it's by Vekni.
All attacks on him will have advantage now. First attack is a 23, which hits her, I think. Vekni takes 8. And the second attack is a crit fail. Vekni took 8 slashing. 2. Drops his weapon, and Vekni chooses where it lands.
10 feet behind it.
Okay. Sorin. Here, mark where the weapon landed.
Is he still flanked?
You have advantage anyway. It uses its
On the
ability.
boss, on the boss, he has advantage. Yeah.
23.
Hit. He's looking pretty hurt.
8.
Okay.
Slashing. 20.
Hit.
10 slashing.
Okay. Still alive, but it's like lights, like there's all these wounds all over.
Flurry of blows.
Lights pouring out of it. Okay.
16.
Miss.
Oh wait, I have advantage.
You have advantage on all attacks.
27.
Hit.
Nine.
Okay. It is fucked up looking. It looks horrible.
It's the owl's turn.
Now it's Alistair.
He's gonna fly on top of the boss.
Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
Sword.
Sorin's gonna use vampiric touch. He's gonna use the owl for it. Have advantage. So it's a attack roll with a +7.
Sure. Okay. You have advantage here.
13.
Miss.
Miss. Shit. That's with the advantage too.
That's it for your turn?
Yeah. For my turn, yes.
Wretches?
So the wretches, 3 of them attack this guy, and 2 of them attack the boss.
Alright. The 3, we'll roll for them. That guy didn't use his ability, I don't think, so it doesn't have advantage.
Well,
The boss has advantage.
They're
Oh, they're flanking him?
Yeah, they're flanking him.
Miss. Boss. How many are attacking him?
2.
It's a hit. They have no modifier, so maybe not. 7. Describe it.
So yeah, these things like they just like pull it apart and rip its armor off and gouge its eyes out and scratch all of its face and it dies. Then these things will use the rest of their movement and they'll attack the nearest thing. They're going to walk over the weapon that's here and they're going to attack that guy.
How many are left? Just the one and then the one that the arrow elemental is in?
There are
2 left, right?
Yeah, there are 2 left. This big guy and the one that the air elemental's inside.
Okay.
No, 3 left. So yeah, there's this guy too.
There's 3 left?
Yeah.
Really?
This guy, the one that air elemental's in. This guy right here, and the big, tall, goofy guy.
Air elemental.
D6 recharge.
Okay.
Recharge successful. 15 strength save.
Pass.
Pass. So they take 15 damage. Rounded up.
Less effective than you would have thought.
Sure. Eventually, these things will fail that strength save.
Maybe.
Because when it does, it gets flown up in a random direction and falls prone and then takes even more damage. That's why I keep doing it.
Sketchiness over there.
I feel bad because the spells that I cast that completely turned this combat into a slog. And I got Summon Lesser Demon from the Abyssal Spellbook, by the way.
The warrior that has the wraith that has the arrow elemental inside him is going to attack the arrow elemental.
15.
Miss.
Miss.
And then the other 2 are going to go. And they're going to attack. One's attacking Vekni. Miss. One's going to attack the wretch in front of him. Hit. We're going to say it's the wretch that's hurt. And it's dead.
Which
comes
one?
down.
This girl, right? I think. Yeah. Because she was the one that the king was hitting.
Vekni's up.
These 2. And this one.
With the one that's right in front of me. 15.
15. Miss.
Miss. Miss.
Dexter will move above that ghoul right there.
Alright. That it for Dexter's turn?
Yeah.
Sword.
So it's going to cast Polymorph on Vekni.
What does that do?
No, I'm leaving. Do it on yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast it on you. So I'm going to make Vekni a giant ape.
Oh, so she gets all her HP?
She gets all her HP. Vekni is now a giant ape.
You want me to do the HP for it? Oh.
No, she has 157 hit points.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And the armor class is 12.
Wretches.
So 2 of them attack this guy flanking, 2 of them attack this guy flanking. So advantage on both.
We'll do the,
Oh! Nope. The wretches are all gone.
What?
When I cast
It's a concentration.
Polymorphic concentration.
Okay. Your elemental.
It's just gonna attack that thing twice,
Sure,
but with advantage because it's
It's
inside
really
space.
hurt, so. You guys didn't bust out
9 plus 8,
to
17
hit.
28 damage, bludgeoning.
Even with half damage, describe it.
Okay, so yeah, the air elemental again will throw this thing up into the air and it smashes down. I'm gonna use this now as the air elemental. Okay.
I thought you did that already.
Well, he was inside this guy.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna move him into this guy, and he'll replace him.
Alright.
So he's
Now there's 2 left, right?
Yeah, there's 2 left, but the air elemental is inside this guy's space now too.
The guy that the elemental is inside of is going to attack himself.
Okay.
Let me get rid of this. That's the one that's been attacking Vekni, right? That's miss. Then the other one's going to attack. What's near the other one?
Me.
It's going to attack you.
Okay.
It's going to use his bonus action to attack you twice.
Okay.
First one's a hit. Second one's a crit fail.
What's the hit?
24.
That way.
2 is... Fuck. He drops his weapon, you get to choose where it goes.
Well, this weapon's laying on the ground from the last guy, so I'll just put it kind of between the both of us, I guess.
And the one that hits you does, you have to roll concentration too. It does 7. Slashing.
Okay. I have advantage on these.
Giant ape.
Fail.
Alright, so polymorph's gone.
Polymorph's gone. So Vekni.
Dexter.
Dexter's gonna fly on top of this guy that's over here.
Alright. Sorin.
Sorin will cast Vampiric Touch.
You have spell slots still?
Yes.
Okay.
This is my last spell slot for level 3.
Okay.
So Vampiric Touch. Plus 7 to hit.
Okay.
8 plus 7, 15 total.
Miss.
Miss. Elemental.
Yeah. Your elemental's carrying this fight.
Yeah, he is. So I'll have him attack twice, plus 8 to hit with advantage.
Okay. 16 AC.
19 plus 8, 30.
Yeah, that's it.
Or no, 27.
Still hit.
So
What's
28,
that?
28 bludgeoning.
Okay. Not as effective as you would expect.
Okay.
The guy that he's inside of is going to attack himself. Hit 20 AC, right? 20 hits?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he did 5, but it's not as effective as you would expect, so it does 3 to himself and the elemental. And then the other one is what near you, right, Sorin?
Yeah.
It's going to attack you.
Does he have a weapon in his hand?
Oh, he's going to go to get his weapon. He's going to walk over to get his weapon,
Okay.
which I guess is that provoke opportunity attack? No? Isn't he right next to you?
It's more like half his movement than anything.
He's going to use half his movement to pick it up.
To pick it up, yeah.
Yeah. Can he get back to you? What's
He's only-
what's closest to him?
He was only 5 feet away from me. There's nothing around him. It's just me and him.
Alright, so he's going to attack you.
Sure.
14?
Miss.
Alright. Dexter. I'm going to take Vekni out of the priority.
That's fine. Dexter, I'm just gonna fly away now because he's useless.
Air elemental.
Yeah. Plus 8 to hit.
It would have been better if you didn't use the polymorph, I think.
Well, no. You know where I fucked up?
Well,
Is I could have used my last portent of 12 to keep concentration, but I rolled it instead. I could also did Vampiric Touch and got that too, but either way. This is plus 8 to hit, so 19 plus 8, 24.
Yeah.
So, 28 bludgeoning.
Jesus, that would have killed him, but it's not as effective as you would expect.
Yeah, it's half damage, so it's 14.
He's going to attack himself.
Okay. That's what I feel like's been the best. They keep attacking themselves into the
Miss.
air elemental.
Then the other one's going to attack you, Sorin.
Okay.
16.
That does hit,
But
but I will.
there's been so much fighting in this room, Keith. This room has been
I'm gonna reaction.
100 things fighting in here.
I'm gonna reaction cast shield, plus 5 AC.
Okay. So that misses.
Yeah.
Dexter.
Not
Sorin.
good. I'll use my.
Very entertaining for that witch.
I'm gonna use
Very
my.
entertaining.
I'm gonna use my wand of fireball.
Fireball.
The wand,
Okay.
and it'll hit all this shit here.
Yeah, you don't have anything.
It'll hit all this shit here.
So who's it hitting?
That guy in front of me, essentially.
That just him? Alright.
Yeah. Dex 15 save.
Fail.
$25 total damage. Fire.
Ooh, he looks hurt. He looks really hurt. Air elemental.
Plus 8 to hit.
That one
19
hit.
plus 8.
Yeah, hit.
28 damage.
Describe it.
So same thing. Air elemental just flies. The air elemental's fucking these things up, man.
He carried this fight.
Flies this thing
He
up.
did hundreds of damage, I
Yeah,
think.
slams it back down, and he's going to use the rest of his speed to land inside of this guy. Yes, one guy left in the air elemental is in his space.
He's gonna try to attack himself. It's a hit.
Okay.
It's 8, not as effective as you'd expect. So it's Dexter's turn, followed by Sora.
Someone will stab it with his dagger
Roll your attack.
with advantage. 17.
That's a hit.
So.
Like I said, describe it.
And it dies. Yo.
So
Yo.
you did everything. you soloed that encounter. So you hear, and you see the black smoke followed by the orange, followed by the pink, and you hear, that was awesome. And you get some XP. my
So
God.
one of these things, whatever one of these things is like dead, like on the ground, I'm gonna scoop up a vial of its blood.
You don't have blood, but you could scoop up its like essence. It's
Sure.
like this
Okay.
like translucent dust.
That's
It's
fine.
like bluish.
That's fine.
You and Vekni both got 3,700.
Bust some tricks for that.
I bust out everything. Bust out everything. Fucking. I wish vampiric touch worked. Do you know what that does?
No.
So it does necrotic damage, and the amount of necrotic damage I do to you,
get health back?
I gain in health.
You're probably hurt because you got hit a bunch.
I had 23 hit points left.
Oh.
After my last level up, I now have 51 total hit points.
Oh, so you're kind of beefy. Do you have more than Trogdor? Well, Trogdor has 0.
Trogdor could have 49.
But yeah, to that point, I would have more than Trogdor. I buy 2.
She goes, alright, come on, let's go to the shed. And she starts walking out the room.
Look for titty thought.
I'd like to know if Keith can get resurrected.
You and Vekni follow her all the way back out the mansion, out the front door, over to that shack.
In fact, I'll ask her for a drink.
You stand in front of the shed door that has all the vines in front of it. And it has that painting of vines that you could see.
I have that key.
Yeah. But she goes, hocus pocus, vines and wood, open this shack up real good. And the vines come away. And she opens the door and she walks in. And you walk into this room. It's like a very beat up, almost completely ruined looking shack. Looks like there was other rooms, but the doors are like broken, and there's like you can't really get anywhere except for this like one main room that you're in. Snaps her fingers, and black smoke turns orange, then pink, but very quickly. And you see another cauldron with a brazier under it, and a brazier under it, and it lights a flame. And this has this like orange liquid in it, and it's bubbling. She goes over to this broken shelf and starts pulling out skulls and these little flasks that have different kinds of powders and liquids, and she's putting them all into the cauldron. It's bubbling, and she's putting all kinds of stuff. Finally, when she's done, she starts muttering what sounds almost like nonsense in a language that you don't. You comprehend language is active?
No, not active.
She's pouring shit into this cauldron in this language that you don't know. Finally, when she's done pouring all the stuff in, and this is taking like 5 minutes of her doing this. When she's all done, she closes her eyes and she raises her hands over the cauldron. For a few moments, all of a sudden, it's like this big gust of wind all of a sudden comes into the room, and it's whipping around. Where's the wind coming from? You're in a room. There's no open area. Her hair is getting flown up. You see these veins throbbing on her forehead, and she opens her eyes, and it's just whites. Her eyes are just whites, and she starts repeating over and over again. Hocus pocus, soul's in contract. Break through purgatory and bring his soul back. Hocus pocus, soul's in contract. Break through purgatory, bring his soul back. And she keeps repeating it over and over again. You see this lightning dancing about the room, crackle, purple lightning, going all directions, crackling around. It's like almost the point where you're worried you're going to get hit by it. It's like all over. The room starts to get almost like torn apart. You could see how the room got all damaged like this. She must have done other spells in here. Where it's like the furniture, it's already all shattered, it's just getting ripped and torn, and pieces of wood or little like shards of wood are flying all about. All of a sudden, she looks at Sorin with those white eyes, and she goes, "One of you must take responsibility for this soul. Who will sign the contract?"
I'm a little mermaid now? What's going on?
Vekni, of course. Sign what contract?
She closes her eyes and opens them. She takes one hand, reaches down through into her cloak, and you can see this like hot pink bra, and she pulls a piece of paper out and holds it up for you.
Can I see it? Do you have it? Here's one thing I've learned from Dokken all through my years was read the contracts. Soul contract. The signer of this contract binds his soul to another. Bring both of them to the living plane. Upon death of either party, both souls belong to the being who formed this contract for all eternity. Sign here. So if I sign, he's back. But if either of us die, we both die, and she gets her souls.